Hey, I hope everyone's staying safe so I know what you're thinking. Didn't every YouTube film reviewer, film critic, and all-around film group make videos talking about one excellent scene? And to answer your question, yes. Yes, they did. I know I'm a wee bit late to the game, but I wanted to give my 2 cents on my favorite scene of the Fox's X-Men universe. The end of the movies, High Top Films, and so many other talented creators have made videos talking about this, so I said, fuck it. I like film. I love the Fox X-Men universe, so here we go. As I was reminiscing on this amazing, fantastic, plot hole-driven fuck timeline series, there are plenty of movies that I wanted to talk about, and maybe someday I will. You know I fucking will. But one stuck out to me most. One made my cynical ass laugh throughout the whole damn movie, and still to this day makes me laugh, makes me feel something. Directed by Tim Miller, written by Brett Reese and Paul Wernick, Deadpool has some amazing jokes, a shit ton of fourth wall breaks, and a sprinkle of X-Men cameos. But with all the joke swearing, dick grabbing, fourth wall breaking, badass scenes, this movie has heart. So what is my favorite excellent scene? Well, it's this.
God, it's so fucking gnarly.
Wade Wilson is afraid. He is afraid. After this mutation happens to him, he becomes disfigured. He doesn't look the same as he did before, and that scares him. The love of his life, the sole reason he can start his day, thinks he is dead. And he thinks that if he goes up to her, if she knows he is alive and sees him like this, she'll leave, whether it be by fear, change, or both. At least that's what Wade thinks is going to happen. So he doesn't do anything. He takes himself out of the equation. He thinks, well, she seems happy and I don't want to change that or mess that up. And you can't really blame him for thinking that, considering everyone else's reaction to him.
No way. I'm not making her life as ugly as mine.
The main reason, the sole reason, the big reason I like this scene is because the audience, us, can relate. We can relate to Wade Wilson in this scene because we know what it's like to feel like everyone is watching you, judging you, making you feel small, making you feel like you're not enough, to the point that we walk away. We don't try anything new. We don't try to communicate because of this sole reason. And none of this would have worked without...
Why the fancy red suit, Mr. Poole?
Oh, that's because it's Christmas Day, Dopinder. And I'm after someone on my naughty list. I've been waiting 1 year, 3 weeks, 6 days, and 14 minutes to make him fix what he did to me.
And what did he do to you, Mr. Poole?
This shit.
Ryan fucking Reynolds. This man can do no wrong. He, along with the rest of the cast, brings so much characterization to the character of Deadpool. People say that some people are just born to play a role. Robert Downey Jr. as Iron Man, Chris Evans as Captain America, even Daniel Radcliffe as Harry Potter. Well, if that's the case, my man, Ryan fucking Reynolds, was born to play the merc with a mouth. The passion. I always say that if the studios, directors, even actors don't have passion for what they're creating, they shouldn't create it, because they're not giving it their all. But Ryan fucking Reynolds, director Tim Miller, and Brett Reese and Paul Wernick have passion for the character of Deadpool. I'll let the man himself explain.
But it was rough going there for a little while. You know, the movie it's probably one of the most unorthodox superheroes you could ever have, because you have a protagonist in this movie that's morally flexible. He's not necessarily the best guy in the world. He's not the worst guy either. So he sort of is governed by his own whim. And you know, on the road to getting this movie made, Fox, you know, they have the X-Men franchise, obviously, and Deadpool lives within that X-Men franchise, and they also call the X-Men franchise over at Fox Cha-Ching. So they didn't necessarily want Deadpool as like a disruptive force to enter that whole world, you know, because they just didn't know exactly how to handle it. So long story short, we did some test footage that leaked onto the internet, and this is probably one of the first fan-engineered films to ever hit the big screen. Deadpool fans far and wide just flooded Fox with tweets, hate mail, everything they could think of to get this movie made, and they gave us a green light. So here we are.
Now, my first interaction with the character Deadpool was in the Deadpool video game with Nolan North playing the merc himself.
Oh, wait. Hell yes! Hey, we're flying! We cannot fly. Well, it is good to have dreams. Dreams, yes. Delusions? No! Yeah! You know what else is good to have? Skills.
I love Nolan North's take on Deadpool, but if I'm being honest, it just seems like Ryan Reynolds and the script he helped make gave the character more depth, more personality, and more human qualities. Instead of it just being a shooting, swearing comedian, which he still is, there are these moments, such as a scene, that make me feel for the character. And I think the writers and director knew this. Knew that as much as people like to laugh their asses off at the jokes and the fourth wall breaking badassery, they also care about the emotion of the characters and how they feel. Now you think the Snyder Cut is the #1 movie that was kicked up by fans, but fuck. As my boy Mr. Goddamn Reynolds said, Deadpool went from a mouse-sewn, sword-clawed, laser-eyed, teleporting merc with no mouth to a hilarious fourth wall breaking, foul-mouthed badass with 2 swords and 12 bullets with just some test footage. I remember when this happened. I remember being in 8th grade talking to my friends about a fucking Deadpool movie being made. I knew this character, and I had a lot of hope that it would be amazing. And it was. It really makes me fucking realize that fan bases can change the outcome of a project, whether it be good, bad, or just okay. But in my eyes, Deadpool has hope, heart, and just a tad of violence.